Okay, I got these cooking up here. I have no idea how hot this is going to be, but I'm very curious to find out. All right, I got the sauce packet in there, so I'm just doing a little bit of stirring this around. Let me plate this, and then we'll eat it. Okay, I'm sitting here. I have the bowl of apparently hot ramen here. So we're going to see. Oh, Prince is going to hop up there. Hi, Prince. I don't think you're gonna like this, sir. Would you like to smell it? No, he doesn't like it. I guess I should start with giving it a smell. Yeah, it's not a bad smell per se. It's supposed to be like spicy chicken flavored. Not really getting much of a chicken smell, but definitely like there's some spice in there. It looks kind of just like regular ramen. It's making me really hungry. I've been waiting to eat this for you guys all day. When this is cooling, I guess we'll chat for a minute. Today's one of those crazy days where I'm just running around doing a bunch of stuff. Stuff for me, stuff for you, stuff for Stephanie, stuff for the new job, all that kind of stuff. The new job is going to entail like 3 or 4 days a week being there. It's in the Pearl District, so it's not far from where I live. It's also not far from where Stephanie works, so that's nice. If I have like a break or something, I can go meet up with her. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to start working there, but I know training is next week, so we'll see what happens. If during that time period, like the vlogs are kind of short or boring or whatever, it's because I'm training. I'm looking at these here. I took some of the tomatoes from our garden. This is like a crazy huge heirloom tomato. Yeah, I kind of only grew heirlooms this year, so this is one of them. As you can see, it's definitely, it's weird. It's like ripe on one side. I picked these because they were getting a little too big to ripen on the vine. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little while, see what happens with that. In the meantime, I guess let's try this ramen. Okay. Whoa. Okay. This is weird. What a weird sensation. All right. Let me break it down for you. It is spicy. Like, for sure, it is much spicier than other ramens or packaged stuff you get like this. I had a bit of a incident that happened that's kind of changed my dynamic on what I thought was spicy. One day, Steph and I picked up this ghost pepper hot sauce. We actually still have a bunch of it in our fridge. I use it sometimes. I knew ghost peppers were hot, but I didn't know how hot they were compared to like other really hot stuff. So I didn't know where on the scale of heat ghost pepper was. So I ate this ghost pepper sauce, and it is so incredibly hot that now I just kind of base everything on if it's kind of like close to that ghost pepper stuff. This is definitely hot. It's one of those kind of foods where the more you eat, the more it kind of builds up in your mouth. The first bite, it doesn't feel hot until, like maybe 10, 15 seconds in. It's got a good flavor. I would add more stuff to this though. Like just this on its own, it will do in a pinch, but it would be really good with a few other ingredients added to it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I guess I would rate it on on a scale of like packaged ramen's, like 6.57 out of 10. Pretty tasty. All right, here's an update with the hot ramen. It definitely got hotter like right when I stopped filming. It was one of those heats where it like just really builds, and then you're like, oh yeah, my mouth feels like there's a bunch of fire in it. But it was very tasty, and it didn't like make me want to pass out from heat, so I give it a thumbs up. Yesterday's vlog was so short because I wanted to tell you guys something. Then I went back when I was editing today and I realized some of the stuff I was saying wasn't right. I didn't want to have it be all higgledy-piggledy, so I figured I'd sit down and I would talk about it today. 2 days ago we were in Vancouver because I was applying a second interview for a coffee shop job. That's a job that would be in the Pearl District of Portland, but I'm training in Vancouver for 3 days next week. Yesterday I kept talking about how I got the job, but then today I had to take a bunch of tests for it, and I realized that I have to do a little bit more, like, it's a big process in hiring just to see, it's trial. People do trials these days. So that's what's going on. I have 3 working interviews next week for this coffee shop job, and we'll see what happens with it. It's good to get out there and try to get some stuff done. So that's cool. Wish me luck, everybody. The next thing I want to talk about is something a little more personal, something I wasn't really sure I wanted to talk about, but I figured I would. And that is loneliness. you know, you see a lot of really cool stuff that I show you guys about living in Portland. You see how beautiful Portland is. You see how amazing it is to be in this part of the world. But something that isn't really portrayed is how lonely it can be living here. You know, I think this is a common theme with people my age. I think this is a common theme in the world in general. And that's just how I feel like everyone's so separated these days. And Stephanie and I included, you know, like we are best friends, and it's so amazing that we can spend time together and feel like that is the most rewarding thing. But there's a lot of times, and especially in Portland, I just feel super alone. Maybe you've heard of the Seattle freeze. It's this saying about how just people are really cold in Seattle. It's also the same thing in Portland. And it gets to the point sometimes where you don't know if you are super lame and people don't like you, and then it gets to the point where well, maybe people are just socially awkward, or who knows what's going on. But man, it kind of sucks these days. Then, you know, Stephanie and I were talking about oh, well, what if we went back to New York and hung out with all our friends there. But then even there, it's just everyone's so separated these days. You know, we were part of such an awesome little community in New York, but some of those people are gone. Some of those people got dishoused. Some of those people lost their apartments, and it's just that community's gone. So even if we went back to New York, it just wouldn't be the same either. So it's just it's just such a weird time to be alive. I'm hoping if I get this job though, it will help me feel a little bit better, you know, get out of the house a little bit, meet new people. This vlog is a big way for me to connect with other people, and that's a big reason I keep doing it, because it's so hard in Portland to make friends, and it's so hard these days to keep friends. So, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of sit down and chat about that for a little while. So that was just a whole stream of conscious. I'll try to edit that together and make some sense out of it, but I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about it for a minute. Anyway, I'm going to do some cleaning, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Okay, I just made it over to Stephanie's work. It is really hot out today. Another one of those crazy heat waves. But I don't think there's going to be much more going on today other than just hanging out with Stephanie, trying to beat the heat, and probably making some dinner. But the main focus of today's vlog, I just want to kind of talk about the job thing and kind of just what's going on in life lately. But you guys, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Not much else to report today. Take care of each other, and I'll see you then.